So you may ask, well, Brett, you just said you only have 3 people on your payroll, a manager, a caregiver, and a chef. How can you offer all of these amenities? This is the hack. This is the secret right here, right? It's my outside service people. So there's technically 10 different outside services that we bring into the building. What makes this so special is that all of these other people, these outside services, they are not on my payroll. They still come into the mansion. They still take care of the grandmas. They still get all the same care that they would get offered at the big smelly facility. And honestly, most times the big facilities, they have these people on their payroll. What's up, mansion builders? Welcome back to another episode of ALI. I want to talk to you about a hack that I use in our niche in order to make more money, right? And this relates to staffing. So let's talk about what staffing do I actually pay for? And then how do I leverage the system here to make more net profit every single month? So assisted living is essentially non-medical, right? We provide non-medical care, which means essentially ADLs, activities of daily living, right? That's just helping people. That's with eating, with bathing, with toileting, with transferring, just basic stuff, right? Just kind of like a mom would do for their kids. It's kind of the same thing. You're just being a mom for older seniors. So it is all non-medical kind of things. And I'll bring back the medical side here in just a minute. But that's essentially what we do is non-medical. So I'm hiring and paying for non-medical personnel. And that allows me to keep my expenses relatively low and not have a big risk or insurance because I'm not hiring doctors and nurses and home health and hospice, all those people, right? I'm not paying for them. So who am I paying for? There's really 3 types of positions. There's my managers, there's my caregivers, and there's my chef. That is it. All of those people are non-medical in nature. So my managers, I have 2 managers that run Platinum Resort for us. I specifically pay extra to have 2. I don't need to. I pay extra to have 2 because I want to be completely as passive as I can, right? I pretty much work 0 to 2 hours a week in our business at Platinum Resort. And I'm happy to pay the additional money to have an overage, to have a backup plan, right? To have a safety net for me and Laura because I can afford that. And I want to talk about that here in a minute, why I'm able to make more money. So I pay 2 full-time managers to run each of my mansions. And then I have my caregivers. So for us, we run 2 caregivers 24/7 every single day. I have 2 people that are there awake. They are taking care of our grandmas and grandpas. And honestly, at night, they're barely doing anything, but I still have 2 people there, right? And both these positions, the managers and my caregivers, they are not medical people. They are not nurses. You can hire a nurse, but I did not. You don't need to. They are not medically trained. All they're there to do is really act like a mom, right? That is their job. I have my managers who are more administrative stuff, and then my caregivers, they're there to act like a mom and just take care of people and love them and do the basic things that a mom would do for their kid. So I don't have to have highly trained people. I don't have to have highly paid people. I want people with great heart and grit and character. I can show them the rest. It's not that difficult or complicated to teach people how to be a caregiver. So that's my first 2 positions. My third is a chef. And we have a chef, he works 5 days a week and he preps for his days off, right? So I have 1 chef who runs each mansion. And that is really all that we do. That right there allows me to keep my income relatively pretty low. I'm not paying for any positions that are medical in nature. They have a license, they have to go through college or medical school, none of that kind of stuff, right? I can have reasonable expenses, but I want to talk to you about next how I can have really high income. And that's my gap right there, right? If I can have really high income and medium expenses, then I have bumped my profit up. And this is why we're making $40,000, $50,000 net per mansion from this little hack. So this is my niche. We build and operate memory care mansions. And I want to be able to say to the daughter, to the POA, I can offer every single service, every amenity that the big smelly facility can. If you're paying top dollar over there at a new construction 4-story building and getting, the home health and the hospice and the memory care and, they have a doctor visits and they have the dentist and the barber, they have all of that stuff there and a private room, but it's still gross and smelly with bad care. I can offer every single one of those services in a more intimate, custom-built mansion. Mom has a private room. She still has her own chef. She still has her own salon, right? She's going to get better care, and I can offer every single service that you can get over there. So you may ask, well, Brett, you just said you only have 3 people on your payroll, a manager, a caregiver, and a chef. How can you offer all of these amenities? This is the hack. This is the secret right here, right? It's my outside service people. So there's technically 10 different outside services that we bring into the building. What makes this so special is that all of these other people, these outside services, they are not on my payroll. They still come into the mansion. They still take care of the grandmas. They still get all the same care that they would get offered at the big smelly facility. And honestly, most times the big facilities, they have these people on their payroll. They have a nurse. They have someone taking care of the medications, kind of in between the pharmacy and the facility. There's increased expenses on the big facility side. But with our more intimate model, if you're setting these up in 16s, you don't have to have those people on your payroll. I can leverage the system here. I can bring in a house doctor that comes in every single week, or they send their PA to come in every single week, do the rotation, see all my grandmas and grandpas. So now I have a doctor that comes in every single week, and the families don't have to take them out for that. I also have home health that comes in. I have hospice that comes in, hospice shower aides. Hospice has a chaplain. I have nurses in my mansions literally every single day, seeing all of our grandmas, taking care of them. I'm not paying for any of that. I do not have a nurse on staff. Same with the pharmacy. I can leverage systems and technology where our caregivers, you can simply train them. They go on their iPad, they can reorder all these different meds, they can do the med passes and the medications. They just get delivered to the front door. It's literally that simple. So all the things that they can get at the big smelly facility, I can do in my custom built mansion. Now here's the hack here. That means that if I am touring a daughter who is POA and she has had mom in the big facility for the last 4 years, started independent, then went to assisted living, and now she's ready to decline one more time, right? Instead of going to that memory care on the first floor and the like 20 beds in the gross lockdown area, this is where she tours, right? She gets the referral from the home health or hospice company and says, hey, go check out Platinum Resort. She comes, she tours, we show her the mansion. Here's the private room. Here's your chef, right? Here's your salon. We have all the amenities that you can get over there, except we are more intimate. Instead of 60 people or 160 people, it's just 16. So my niche is I will charge comparable to the new construction, nice big box facility. And I will be pretty much top of the market for my city and be able to offer services and amenities tick for tack with the most expensive facility in my city and have literally like much less of expenses than they have. So my income's the same, my expenses are much less, and now from this hack, I am able to increase my profit. This is why we make 40 to 50 grand consistently every single month, right? Our income is super stable. We are pretty much always full. You only have to fill 16 rooms and you really only have 4, 5, 6 people pass every single year. So you're barely making any sales. You can have really stable, consistent income, relatively low expenses, and through this niche, through this model, you can crush it and have really life-changing results. This is why I call this a one and done deal, right? You build a bigger deal, you build your mansion, and realistically, you could set yourself up, right, for cash flow to cover everything you need to continue to save and reinvest and buy more real estate. And then you have a huge exit play. We have millions of dollars in equity in our mansions, right? So whenever I choose to exit the deal and leave the game, I can sell all these mansions and just, whatever the heck we want to do. But there is the financial freedom here, and it is special because we can do it with this hack. So if this sounds intriguing to you, you want to dive deeper into it, check out our website, memorycaremansion.com. I have 3 courses there that go through training. They are all entirely free. There is so much content on there. It's pretty much if you were going to do a one-on-one with me, here's what month 1 looked like, month 2, month 3, here's how you get through the whole thing, right? That's pretty much what the free training is. So go check it out. It's all recorded for you to go and do it on your own. So I hope that I can be a part of your success. Now, last thing, I don't run any ads here. I don't sell anything on this show. My only goal is to help future entrepreneurs hit financial freedom, get a life-changing deal. And the only way we can do that is if you help me share the show. So if you can pass this along to somebody, I would appreciate it, and they will appreciate it also. I'll see you all on the next one.